SVL Free News and Views for Wednesday, July the 31st. I'm here at Mitchell College. I'll explain why I'm here very shortly, but it's, as you know, this end of July, August is right around the corner, which means it's time to think about school. If you're thinking about going back to school for the first time, or perhaps you're going to restart your educational journey here at Statesville. Mitchell College is a very valuable resource here in Iredell County, providing quality education in all sorts of fields. We'll explain why in just a minute. I want to thank all of our sponsors, which of course includes Mitchell College, Randy Marion, Piedmont Healthcare, Blue Harbor Bank, Fast Fields, and Key to Escape, the escape room. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm here at Mitchell College. Mike Furman is getting ready to sit down with Deshaun Gaither, a student ambassador who recently completed his 2-year degree and is going on to Winston-Salem State University. It's a great way to jumpstart your 4-year degree by getting your 2-year degree under your belt here at Mitchell and transferring wherever you want to go, anywhere. So also, he sat down with Jessica Calder, who goes through the advising process, and she talks about some of the things that she can help you with if you're thinking about going back to school. Also, one more thing, if you haven't done it yet, go to svlfreenews.com and sign up for your email edition, which comes up every morning at 5 a.m. SVL Free News, always local, always free. So let's go with Mike Furman to sit down with Deshaun Gaither and Jessica Calder here at Mitchell College.
Thanks, Brian. I'm here today in the Eason Student Services Center on the campus of Mitchell Community College in Statesville, and joining me are Jessica Calder. She's an admissions advisor, and Deshaun Gaither, who's a 2019 graduate of Mitchell. Congratulations on that, Deshaun.
Thank you.
Wanted to take some time today to talk about the opportunities that Mitchell has to offer for people who are considering going back to school or for continuing into college right out of high school. Jessica, let's start with you. You have many different types of people coming into admissions every day, people who graduated in May, people maybe who graduated in summer school, and then sometimes you might have people who've been out of school for 10 or 15 years who come in and they want to know the process for enrolling and you know, start working toward a degree. So first of all, let's talk a little bit about what people need to bring with them when they come in, whether they're a recent graduate or they've been out of school for a while.
Okay, well, really step one is to fill out an application online, and that can be found on our website, mitchellcc.edu.
Okay.
So really that can be done at home. You don't necessarily have to come here to the school to do that.
Okay.
If you do come here, though, we ask that you bring a photo ID with you. So that's really the most important thing. In that application process, there's another sort of like application that you fill out that's called the residency determination system. And so that's super important because it allows us to know if a student is in state or like a North Carolina resident or out of state. So that's really important for tuition purposes.
Right, and it's a big difference.
Exactly, it is a very big difference. So with them, when they fill out that RDS or residency determination, a lot of times students will need to have a parent or a guardian with them in order to fill that out because it's going to rely on their parent or guardian's information more than it will theirs. That's especially for students that still live at home or you know their parents are still supporting them. So like tax documentation, driver's license numbers, different things like that. Anything that can prove that you are in fact a North Carolina resident. So once those two steps are completed, it goes to our admissions department and the application is processed. The next step after that would be to determine if a student needs to take a placement test. So our testing center coordinator, she will reach out to students and let them know if they do in fact need to take a placement test. So,
and that's going to be based on their grades in particular classes in high school. So in the application process, you're going to, if you have them, you're going to upload your transcripts or you're going to request that your school send them in?
Yes, yes. Okay. So that's part of the application process. The application is actually done through cfnc.org and there is an option in CFNC to have a high school transcript sent directly to us. That's helpful especially for students that are more recent graduates. Now if we've got a student that graduated maybe 10, 15 years ago, probably the best option for them is to call their high school that they graduated from and have them send us the transcript from there.
Now, if they have to do the placement testing, can that typically be done in one day or a few hours?
I mean, it can be, yes, it can be done in one sitting. Some students prefer to split it because there is a math portion as well as a reading and writing portion. So for some students, it can be a lengthy process if you do it all at once. So it's not uncommon for us to split it. Like, okay, we'll do math maybe on Monday, and then you can come back and do the English and reading on Tuesday, just so that it's not so overwhelming.
Okay. Well, good information. And for some people, this might sound a little overwhelming, transcripts, testing, applications, but I assure you that the admissions staff makes it very easy. Applying is free, right?
It is.
Also,
Yes,
so there's
it is free.
no charge to apply. Now, Deshaun, you're a 2019 graduate, 2013 graduate of Statesville High School, and you're preparing to enroll at Winston-Salem State this fall, correct?
Yes.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And I know you're an ambassador for Mitchell, and a lot of people who come through Mitchell, many years later when they look back, they can see what a life-changing aspect of their life was. It helped them find a pathway to a four-year college or to a career or to whatever. Let's start a little bit about your journey through Mitchell. So you have a general studies degree, which allowed you to transfer pretty much to any state school and take all your credits with you.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about your decision to come to Mitchell and like what your experience was like.
Okay. Well, I actually began as a computers major here. I took a few classes. Well, I actually began with the developmental math classes after I took my placement test. Just a note, it's okay if you don't do so good on your
Right.
on your developmental math or reading, but you know, we have good staff here, so they'll work with you. Yeah, I began with that. Then my original major was computers, and I took those classes, and I sort of came to realize maybe I'm not so interested in computers as I thought. So I just went back to the drawing board and spoke to a advisor here, and they sort of pointed me towards social work.
And you actually have been working in the social work field. We were talking a little bit off camera about the work that you do, and you feel like your experience here kind of helped prepare you for that job as well?
Oh, definitely, yes. Yeah, for those who don't know, I work part-time for Life Alliance. It's a company that works with people with mental disabilities. So I've been in that field for about 5 years now, and yeah, it's a really rewarding job and like gives me more experience with working with people, and you know, I've just always had a passion for helping people, so it's a good fit.
And you, during your time at Mitchell, as you just mentioned, you've been working full-time. How have you been able to juggle your classwork with your demands outside of school?
Well, the good thing about like the scheduling here for classes is like there's classes from as early as 8 o'clock in the morning to like maybe 8 o'clock at night. So whatever your schedule is, I'm sure you can find some way to like
Work around
fit your schedule into class schedule and work schedule. Yeah.
Now, what did you find to be the most challenging about your time here, and what resources did you find to kind of help you?
I'd say the most challenging thing that I had was, I guess, seeking help. I'm sort of bad with that. Let's see, last fall I was taking a really difficult math class, and it wasn't going so good, but luckily I withdrew before, you know, I let myself dig myself any deeper. But I retook it in the spring, and I started with a tutor. I applied for a tutor right in the beginning, so that helped me out a lot, and I was able to finish on time and graduate.
So Mitchell does have a lot of resources, from the Mind Center to the Writing Center, that can help students, particularly those who may have been out of school for a while. There are people who can help you in classes that can help you with, if you don't work on a computer or don't have a lot of experience with computers, people to help you feel more comfortable. I taught a class at Mitchell a couple of years ago, and I had a couple of students who had been laid off after working 25, 30 years in manufacturing. They had never worked on a computer. And so just the thought of sitting down, didn't have email, just the thought for them of sitting down and writing a paper on a computer was like paralyzing.
Yeah.
And you know, I was able to point them to people that could help them on campus. And so I think the key thing is there are lots of resources for students here from the day that they enroll to help them reach their goals. And it sounds like that was your experience.
It was, definitely.
Now, a couple of deadlines I want to point out. If you're a new student, You only have a little bit of time to get your application in order to begin classes with the first round of classes on August 19th. That'd be August 2nd would be that deadline. The deadline to register for students who've already been admitted is August 15th, and as I mentioned, classes start on August 19th. Now, there are also classes that start in September and October, so don't feel like if you're really interested in going back to school, don't let that August 15th deadline keep you from making that call. There'll be people in the admissions office like Jessica who can help you navigate the process and maybe start a class in September or October or even January. The new semester will start in January. Well, I want to thank you both for taking the time to join us today, and Deshaun, good luck at Winston-Salem State, and Jessica, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sounds great.